All right, good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to begin. Can everyone get seated, please? All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is start with the national anthem. So can we all stand for the national anthem? Thank you very much. So we're going to start off tonight with a song by Sabrina, and she'll be singing Lioness is on the Rise. Can everyone give her a round of applause, please? She's from the Amber Heart Academy, who had their graduation on December 2, and over 200 graduates celebrated on that day, and it was sponsored by the Amber Group. So give her a round of applause once again, please, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ooh. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ooh. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ooh. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh. When the roll is called out, I'll be standing taller to face the darkest and hardest of time. We'll be taking care of all the children thereof. If we require, we'll be on the front line. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, all those stories been told. Call me anytime, never crop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. Never say never, we're in this together to fight and be strong. Once it's for better, I write the letter and moving right along. And we roll with the punches, accept the changes, work with the formula, do what I have to do. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, all the stories been told. Call me anytime, never crop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, all the stories been told. Call me anytime, never crop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, all the stories been told. Call me anytime. never crop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, all the stories been told. Call me anytime, never crop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, all the stories been told. Call me anytime, never crop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. Call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same.
Thank you. All right. Sabrina, thank you for that wonderful performance. Now we'll be having an a cappella group. Their name is Humble. I hope most of you guys have heard of them. They're wonderful. So sit back, relax, and enjoy their beautiful melody. Let's give them a round of applause. Go Humble! Woo!
Good night, everybody. Come on, man. Come on. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Wow. We are so happy to be here. We go by the name Humble. It's an acronym. It means hearts united, minds bonded, in love for eternity. In other words, we're just a group of guys who just love sing and love praise. All right? God is standing by. So what
doing all your dreams. Oh, and partying, yeah, that one, said pass you by now. Oh, don't know, singing, oh, and when, yeah, when there is heartache now, yeah, say don't you cry, no, say don't you cry, no, just look to up God's heavens, and there's a God, and I know He's standing by. Oh, everybody says God is standing by. Oh, yeah. So don't you worry, say my child, don't you cry, no, yeah, God is standing by, so hush, say don't you worry, say don't you cry. Do anybody know this song? I want to hear you sing. Everybody let's sing, say, God is there.
Yeah.
Everybody sing, say, whoa, everybody let me so. Say, don't you worry, don't you cry now. Let me hear you sing, say, oh, God is standing by. So hush, don't you worry, don't you cry, no, don't you cry, so hush now. Say don't you worry, say don't you cry, one more time, so hush, yeah, don't you worry, say don't you cry.
So hush. Thank you. Don't worry. Don't cry. So there's a little song that we learned growing up, right? As some young boys in the church. And the song said, there's no need standing up for the right unless you're going to stand up against the wrong. And what that song taught us as young men, especially in today's society, where it calls for men, young and old, to stand up for something, to stand up for some sort of positivity. If you're not standing for anything, if you're not standing for something, then you'll fall for anything. You will fall for anything. So the song says, you got to do right. You got to do right.
There's no need standing up for the right unless you're gonna stand up against the wrong. Tell me how you gonna ever stop from being weak unless you make your mind up to be strong. Well, you got to do right, 'cause it won't belong, well, it won't belong right, 'cause it won't belong, it won't belong. But let me tell you that it's easy to hate your enemies, and it's just as easy to love your friends. Tell me how you gonna love a life. The Bible tells you you got to let the love of God come in. Well, you got to do right, 'cause it won't belong, it won't belong. You got to do right, 'cause it won't belong, it won't belong. Don't you wanna love Him better? Don't you wanna love Him some more? Can't you hear the Savior knocking? He's not knocking at your door. Don't you want to make haste to meet Jamaica before you got to deal with the Undertaker? He will take you right now if you're willing. Don't you know the Bible is fulfilling? You got to do right, 'cause it won't be long. Don't you want to love him better? Don't you want to love him some more? Can't you hear the Savior is knocking? He's not knocking at your door.
Don't you wanna make
Hey, to meet Jamaica before you got to deal with the Undertaker. He will take you right now if you're willing. Don't you know the Bible is fulfilling? You got to do right, 'cause it won't be long. It won't be long. To do the right, 'cause it won't be long. It won't be long.
Well, you got to do the right. Go home and live a life. You got to do the right. Go home and live a life. You got to do the right. Go home and live a life.
You got to do right. Go home, live a life. You got to do right. Go home, live a life. You got to do right. Go home, live a life. You got to do right. Go home, live a life. You got to do right. Go home, live a life. You got to do right. Go home, live a life. You got to do right. Go home, live a life. You got to do right. Go home, live a life. You got to do right. Go home and live a life. You got to do right. Go home, right. Go home and live a life.
Well,
You got to do right. Right.
Got to do right. You got to do right.
So we have our friend Aaron who will be singing with us.
So, last year, October, we were blessed as a group to make an album, a full-length album. It's called Decalogue, The Heartwork. Thank you. Thank you. God has been good to us. So, this song that we're about to sing, it's a song that we recorded right before we released the album. And the song says that we don't need no instruments. We realize we don't have any keyboard. We don't have any drums. We don't have any sort of music except the vocals. Because that is what, that's right. That's right. That is what God has blessed us with. And we decided to share it. No music.
Do you remember how we used to pray? Yeah, yeah. When we would shout the Lord, lift your voices and say, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Whether the musicians are there, they praise the Lord with everything. We would find ways to praise and stop in the feet, lifting the voice and slapping our hands. Lift your voices, all you people, don't be ashamed. I said this is not a show. I said this is not a show. I said this is not a show. I said this is not a, this is not a, this is not a, this is not a, this is not a show. Oh, rebuked in Jesus' name. I don't need a piano, the organ or the acoustics. I don't even hear the drums. This is the original music back in the old school days when they would sing and wave. Clap, 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 clapping our hands, and they always used to say, we don't need no music. 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 Oh, oh, music. He's still good. My God is still good, yeah. He's still good. With or without music. He's still good. My God is still good. He's still good. Oh, in good times. He's still good. Oh, in bad times. He's still good. My God is still good. He's still good. Yeah. He's good. 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 My God is good. So good. Still he's good. He's good. He's good. My God is good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Yeah. He's still good. Oh, he's still good. He's still good. My God is good. He's still good. Oh, yes, he is good. He's still good. When I was down, he's still good. In the valley low, he's still good. He picked me up. He's still good. And he let me know that he is my father. And then he cares. And no matter what he places, oh, he'll be here. Yeah. Oh, he is still good. My God is good. Yeah. We don't need no music.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. And God bless.
I know. But what's going to happen is I'm going to go and they're going to play Gurudev song. And when he's coming on, they want you guys to sing the one. So, no, they want you on the side of the stage. So you guys will go up before him, and when he's coming, that's when you sing. So video, and then you guys go. All right, guys, let's give another round of applause for Humble. I can do it too. You can do it. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is watch a quick video of Gurudev. You guys should know that he's the founder of the Art of Living, and you know the video is self-explanatory. So let's just take this time to just watch this beautiful video. Enjoy.
All of you who've come today, this is a very special Kairos moment. I think about all that has transpired in our nation and in our world. And this is the right time, the right place, the right day for the Art of Living to come and talk about peace. All who love peace, let me hear you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Washington, D.C. and the whole world, we declare open the Art of Living 4th installment of the World Culture Festival.
We're all busy and we have our own things to do, but I think that when you start seeing a lot of calamities and tragedies that keeps repeating itself, you start saying, you know what, I want to be a part of it, I want to help. Gurudev has been helping everybody to do that. There's no other way.
I have never performed in an audience this big before.
We know that this celebration will inspire peace, kindness, and a love of the global community.
So many people, so many different cultures.
It's the most exhilarating experience I've ever had in my life.
We need more of these very sorts of celebrations. We need peace and meditation. Gurudev, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, thank you for your actions for world peace and our planet.
I'm speechless. You know, it's a blessing.
The World Culture Festival for bringing all these different people together from around the world to witness one another and how much energy it brings to people.
It was different out there. Maybe one day we will all be united as one like we do here.
Oh, it felt amazing. Amazing that we got to be on such a huge platform. Never dreamed something like this before.
Everyone is just full of love and really understanding that we're in it together. It's beautiful.
The vibe here is terrific. The amount of people that have come out to support. It's been a really unique experience for us to get to be a part of this.
In an interdependent world, the art of living has been an inspirational example, and I personally have seen the difference that they have made.
We were like, yeah! Just like hyping each other up and like you just feel so connected.
It felt as though only one person was watching. God upstairs. I want it bigger. Let's make it 10 million. Let's do a worldwide watch. And so the more we bring him up and we let him see it, oh!
Thousands and thousands and thousands of people here. Quite honestly, we've been an accident-free site, which is extraordinary.
Life is too short to think about conflicts. Let's commit ourselves again on this occasion to bring more happiness. What do you say?
Gurudev, Shri Shri, thank you for what you believe in. Thank you for your effort to bring people together from all over the world.
My husband met Gurudev on a number of occasions and requested him to continue to spread happiness to the people of Japan.
Shri Shri Ravi Shankar is the world's best ambassador for peace.
Gurudev, there's one country in the world that has to be in total gratitude with you, is mine. If it wasn't for you, Gurudev, peace in Colombia wouldn't be possible.
If there were an alien that landed on this earth and they said, take me to your leader, I would point them to Shri Shri Ravi Shankar.
Let's celebrate our life.
In the modern age, technology like never before, turning the globe into a village. And yet, conflicts still divide us. What can unite the human family? First, let's step back to the 1950s. As ancient wisdom was being lost to time, a young boy was found in deep meditation in a small village in South India. His name was Ravi Shankar. From the beginning, he combined both worlds, the ancient and the modern, age-old values and the latest science. A prodigy even at the age of 4, he shocked teachers when they found him reciting by memory ancient passages from the Bhagavad Gita. He went on to become steeped in Gandhi's legacy of nonviolence and also a keen student of physics. His viewpoint also expanded beyond normal geographic borders. This child would tell neighbors, I have family everywhere. Since then, he has gone on to leave a unique mark on the world, inspiring millions through wisdom, through service, and through celebration. From his youth, Gurudev has revived ancient knowledge and given people practical tools and techniques to improve their lives, helping reduce stress and anxiety, find calm, improve sleep, improve relationships.
It is stress which is the cause of violence in life. Whether it is violence towards oneself or the aggression that one has towards others, the basic of this is stress.
One of Gurudev's unique offerings to break the chain of stress and aggression is sky breath meditation, or Sudarshan Kriya, a powerful breathing technique that he introduced in 1981 when he founded the Art of Living. He soon started teaching handfuls of people in India, all by word of mouth. And word spread, and soon people the world over, from Norway to Argentina, from Mongolia to Nova Scotia, were inviting him to teach in their homes and communities. Since the movement's humble origins, he has grown the Art of Living across 180 countries reaching over 500 million people. Gurudev started the Art of Living service projects by saving a sinking school which had no funds. This small act, housed in his own home, grew into more than 1,000 free schools across India, including some of the country's most undeveloped regions. These schools now educate and feed more than 82,000 children. His vision has grown from there to inspire volunteers globally and in our own local communities. Projects range from education and peace building to the environment and mental health and wellness. Across North and South America and Europe, trainers have touched the lives of over 350,000 students in over 200 schools. Youth learn effective techniques to reduce anxiety, manage emotions, and as a result, decrease infractions and violence.
It's really giving us a framework to make sure that the physical and emotional components of student development are part of our students' everyday experience.
I didn't know how to deal with my stress. I lost my sister, I lost my grandma, I lost my great-grandpa. In my past times, I used to hit people and do violent stuff, but now I just don't. I leave it behind.
These techniques have been taught on over 108 college campuses, and some are even offering courses for credit. Students report better mental health, less anxiety, and more social connection and interconnection.
I had just gotten to campus and I was really struggling with a lot of mental health issues. You know, I had social anxiety. I couldn't even make eye contact like I'm making with you right now. I think really the only reason I'm able to stand here with a smile on my face right now is because of Sky Campus Happiness.
The Veterans Program has brought stress and trauma relief to veterans and their families. The subject of fascinating scientific research, it has also been featured in documentaries like Free the Mind and Almost Sunrise.
I'm not taking any medication for anxiety. I'm not taking any sleep aids. I'm not taking any meds. That is not a giant step, that's a giant leap.
In 1991, Gurudev launched courses in prisons. This program helps to break the cycle of violence and offers lasting change to prison inmates. To date, over 800,000 prisoners around the world have been touched by this project.
I actually look forward to fights. But now since doing this course, I'm a total different person. I can now walk away from a fight.
In our cities, Gurudev's programs are helping to build trust and peace in communities, including building bridges between law enforcement and former gang members. Gurudev's work for dialogue and harmony have made him a global ambassador of peace. Through his inspiration and trainings, thousands of militants and terrorists have laid down their arms and chosen peace.
We had been taught to operate guns and train other youth. But now, since meeting Sri Sri, we realized we had chosen the wrong path. We now want to spread love and non-violence in Kashmir.
In the Middle East, Gurudev has visited Iraq several times and addressed peace conferences to bring hope to the nation. In the 2010s, he led peace talks in South America. The result helped halt a vicious 52-year-old cycle of violence between the FARC and the Colombian government.
Ojalá podamos los colombianos abrazar pronto el principio gandiano de la no violencia. Coincidimos con el maestro Shankar.
The Art of Living has also been working towards healing the environment. Over 70 rivers and thousands of water bodies in India have been revived. And in the face of natural and man-made disasters, Gurudev has inspired a wave of service. He has mobilized trauma and disaster relief for people in crisis around the world. When asked about the motto for his organization, Gurudev often says it's making life a celebration, and that we come to see the whole world as one family. Out of this vision of family, of humanity, of celebration was born the World Culture Festival, a global event series on an Olympic scale. It's brought together over 7 million people from 155 countries in Bangalore, Berlin, New Delhi, and Washington, D.C. The most recent event hosted over 1 million people on the National Mall in D.C. and the largest in-person meditation event in U.S. history. From world leaders to the tens of thousands of performers to the enthusiastic participants, World Culture Festival is a glimpse of the world in all its diversity, united as one family. Gurudev's vision for the world is to see a smile on every face and to create a stress-free, violence-free society.
Good evening, Jamaica. Wagwan. Ladies and gentlemen, the time you've been waiting for, it's my honor, my privilege to invite Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar on the dais. But before we bring him, I want our amazing band here to bring him on stage with style. Let's do it.
One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. Pass all the dirty remarks. There is one question I'd really like to ask. Hey, is there a place for the hopeless sinners, yeah, who has hurt all mankind just to save their souls? Sing it with me now, say, one love, what about a one heart? One heart, let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying, one love, hear the children singing, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Now, let them all pass all their dirty remarks. Is there a question I'd really like to ask? Is there a place for the hopeless sinners who has hurt all mankind just to save their souls? Sing it with me, say yeah. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying, one love, hear the children singing, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright.
There's no mic on the stage. You have a sanitizer? Sanitizer. You have a sanitizer? You have a sanitizer?
Wow. That's an ancient style, you know. It's called jata. It said the Shiva had such jata. And the whole universe, the Milky Ways has nothing but the hair of the divine from where all the stars come. The moon comes. That is to say, within every one of us there is space. And from this space all the thoughts come, intuition comes, feelings arise, happiness dawns. Like you sow the soil, you first plow the soil, then sow the seeds there, then you cover, then the plant comes. Food grows from below, bliss grows from above. Got it? You know, when people pray, they hold their hands like that or look and pray like that. Natural tendency of a people when to look up means to look something beyond and to pray, ask for something big, right? You don't ask for a shoe or a cup of water. What do you ask for? You ask for something that's beyond the material thing that we can grab into, which we can grab, right? Whatever you can achieve, you can achieve. You don't have to ask anybody, right? When you can't achieve something and something appears to be beyond your limitation, beyond your limits, whatever appears to be beyond your limits, you ask for. And in life, many things appear to be beyond our control, right? What is that? Our own mind. Our mind doesn't seem to be in our control. And that's why we see so much of violence in society or many other things that's happening. You don't have to count them. And the way towards is to find the inner space. Man does not live alone by food and shelter and water. He wants something more. And that's where we need music, right? Every child who has come into this planet first starts singing, then we learn language, then we talk. Right? What's the first thing you do? Sing. Oh. Singing is the harmony of our spirit. Sound which is harmonious we call music. A sound which has too much disharmony we call noise. Today our life has become more a noise than a music. And we need to give that shift, and that is what is art of living. Art of living is 5 points. Number 1, see in life the opposite values they do exist. In all these situations, keep the balance of mind. What do you say? Yeah? When things go according to your plan, you are happy anyway. When everything goes topsy-turvy, that's when you feel very challenging. Those moments, if you need some inner strength, yes, you need it. And what gives you that strength, that program is called Art of Living. That helps you to keep the balance, that helps you to become resilient again in life. Are you all here? There in the back. Number one, opposite values exist. There many times you will notice that it is, sometimes it goes unnoticed, but most of the time when you notice, they're complementary. Number two, accept people's situation as they are. That gives you emotional stability. When we don't accept, that's when we get rattled. When we are rattled, we are unable to function properly, think properly and function, take right decision. So emotional stability comes by. Inner confidence comes from the first point, opposite values or complementary, that gives you, that broadens your vision. Emotional stability comes when you are accepting. And then your intellect becomes sharper. Then you know that you need to take independent decision, or whatever you think is right, you will take the decision. Taking others' view also into consideration. You will not just become a football of someone else's opinion. Right? Just turn back and see in your life, whenever you became a football of somebody else's opinion, you were not happy. It leaves you unhappy, miserable, and leaves you in self-doubt. Isn't it? Then you will start doubting everything you do. Third point, very important, to check you slip into the self-doubt, not to be football of others' opinion. And to get more empowered and become more centered. Then the fourth point, this kindles empathy in you. The fourth point, empathy is so much spoken about today everywhere. 44 years back when we started Art of Living, empathy was only of humanities, nothing to do with science, technology or business. No business spoke about empathy. Are you all with me? There are big business people here. Amit is sitting here. We never spoke about empathy. But today, it's part of the it's part of the narration, linguistic of, that's become a part of business, empathy. So, the fourth point is not to see intention behind others' mistake. This puts you in other person's shoe and enables you to understand other people properly. All the problems and conflicts in the world is because communication has broken down and lack of understanding. If understanding improves, life improves, business improves, life situations improves, everything improves. So 3 things very important these days you see in the YouTube. 1 thing you should never forget. 3 things you should always remember. All thumbnails. My God, you have many such 3 things and you go, oh my God, how many things I should remember. I tell you, forget about everything. This is the 5th point. Live in the present moment. So when you don't see intention behind other people and other people's mistakes, your empathy improves. As I said, the three things important. You want to know what it is? Are you interested? Communication, communication, communication. First, you need to communicate with yourself and communicate with people around you and communicate with the nature. Be sensitive to the nature. Global warming is that issue, where we are not sensitive to the nature. See, when I was driving from the airport, I saw one side of the road there is lake-like water and the other side was ocean. In between ocean and the water body there was the road and big boulders. I asked the person, is this a sweet water lake? He said, no, it's ocean water only. And I asked him, what happens to the rainfall that falls? Jamaica has a lot of rain. What happens to the rainwater? Does it just goes into the ocean? And there is water scarcity in this city. Yeah? With so much rain and water all around, still we are grappling with water issue. Why we are not communicating, we are not understanding our planet, our earth, our Mother Earth. Yeah? To be sensitive about that. That's very important. Yeah? So living in the present moment is the fifth point, that is to bring happiness, joy in one's life. This is all art of living is. Don't you think it is needed for everyone? See, one person can create problem for 100 people around him by not knowing, acknowledging and living these 5 values. If we can set right one person, he will resolve the problem to a great extent, not totally. He can impact 100 people around him or her. This is the basis of human evolution. Then we can just snap out of depression, anxiety, tension, fear, violence, everything in life. All that we don't want to have, we can just snap out of them. Young people, in spite of so much social media and everything, are still feel lonely. It is understandable when you have no cell phone, nobody to talk to. You normally say, oh, there's nobody, so you will feel lonely. But here, you are connected day in and out with people through social media, and you are engaging yourself in, you are actually drowning in your cell phone day and night in social media. In spite of that, you feel lonely. Means we need to communicate with ourselves, find out that something in us, the spark, the light, the joy within us. And the way is art of living. Art of living is the combination of the ancient, the timeless wisdom and the modern outlook, scientific outlook. I say, life is like a tree. The roots should be old, the shoot should be new. Right? And that's what is art of living all about. So, I'm very happy to be here in Jamaica for the first time. I know we have been working here for past, 20 years or so. In Jamaica, we have been here, art of living, a couple of teachers. We need to have more teachers here. I would welcome more teachers to come up and take part, and we can all together make Jamaica a more happier place. What do you think? We can bring the happiness index of Jamaica. Today when the press people asked me, this is what I said. It is very doable. 3 million people is very doable. And if all of us work together, we can make this country come up with the happiness index and make sure that everybody has an undying smile in their face. It can only happen when you know the philosophy of life, when you have the technique to get rid of stress and loneliness. And that is what Art of Living here to provide to. Okay? That's all I have to say. Now,
Gurudev, we have some questions.
You have some questions. I will take the questions and then we will do a short meditation. Yeah, go ahead.
What is the way to keep yourself happy while you have to satisfy everybody around you? Although you make all the efforts, it never seems enough.
Well, you can't really make anybody happy. There is an old saying in Sanskrit, Sukasya dukkasya nakopi data. There is no giver of happiness or giver of misery to anybody. If your own mind creates this. So instead of ditching out some favors to people, teach them how they can handle their own mind. Only then they can be happy. Yeah.
In a world full of distractions, how can we develop a consistent meditation practice? What is the essence of meditation beyond just a technique? How does it transform our inner world over time?
Well, you should link meditation with your supper, dinner or breakfast. Nobody ever asked me, how do I consistently have breakfast every day? Or how do I consistently not skip my dinner? If you link them together, today if I meditate, only then I'm going to have breakfast. Or I haven't meditated, so I'll skip breakfast. Then you know how consistency can just come into your life. What do you say? Good? Link meditation, you know it is very good for you. There are more than 100 benefits of meditation. After all these years, now the world community has recognized, and that's why the United Nations has declared 21st of December as World Meditation Day. They know this is the only way to tackle the mental health challenges which is becoming unsurmountable day by day. This is the only way to do that. And so we know the benefit of it. So now to make it part of our routine, link it with something that is very important for you. Like taking a shower. I would even say, suppose you are not in habit of have regular food at the regular time, connect this with your dental hygiene. Every day you brush your teeth, however busy you are. Don't you? Do you just jump out of your bed and go to work? No. You brush your teeth. That's dental hygiene. You sit and breathe and meditate. This is mental hygiene. Yeah.
Gurudev, I'm also delighted to inform you that this event is being broadcasted through many TV stations, radio stations, and YouTube platforms and social media platforms. And we have hundreds and thousands of people listening and seeing you right now. There's another question, Gurudev, which, and these are all questions coming through online too. How to ignore people around you who make you always feel down and who always say you're wrong?
Well, you have the answer in your very question. You know that is their nature. They always do like that. So why do you bother? If it is someone who does it once in a while, you simply have to take it seriously. If someone is doing this all the time, you just understand them. You just laugh and move on. Got it? You see, you can make someone smile if they were not smiling, and if they become sad for a while. But if their face is such, someone asked someone else, and why are you crying? He said, I'm not crying, my face is like that. If that is the case, you can't do anything about it, right?
Gurudev, interesting question. As a spiritual teacher who has influenced so many, what has been your greatest personal lesson learned from your students?
Well, I only teach people to unlearn what they have learned. If I start learning, I cannot be a mirror. Got it? A mirror doesn't take any impression. It's just there reflecting. If you ask the side mirror of your car, what is the best impression you have got? The car would say, look into me, and this is the best. The mirror would say, look into me, it's the best. So, got it? Yes. There is a lot inside this little example. Yeah.
Gurudev, into
meditation and doing some silence retreat every year. Okay? One last question, then we'll do meditation.
Thank you, Gurudev. What guidance can you offer to provide solutions to address the historical wounds of colonialism, slavery, and systematic injustice that still shape Jamaican society today?
Well, whether it is the colonial oppression or racial injustice or religious conflicts, it all rises in the heads of people and spreads in the society like poison. In this 20th century, see what is happening in Syria, what is happening in Israel, what is happening in many parts of the world, in the African continent. It's really heartbreaking. I feel the solution is we have to empower our people to bring inner peace. It's the inner peace that can bring outer peace. It's a positive vibration that we generate can help us to stand up to the truth, to the reality that we envisage. Yeah? We can't repair the past, whatever happened in the past. If you keep your head stuck in the past, you cannot move an inch forward. I would like to tell you, look, and today the world is open and it is embracing you. You embrace the world and the opportunity it is giving. Not sit and brood over the past. We will be nowhere. See, India was also under colonial rule for 200 years and a foreign rule for 1,000 years. 800 years, total 1,000 years. But today it has bounced back. It's become one of the largest economy today. It's the third largest economy of the world. China was under suppression. Just few years back, 40 years back, less than 40, 30 years ago, 35 years ago, China, was so low. The people were very, very poor. There was no proper roads in those days when communist rule was there. And in just 3 decades, if China can transform their whole society, in just 1 decade, 1.5 decade, India can make a huge leap. And even had mission Mars and mission Moon. I tell you, you have infinite opportunity. As a small country like Jamaica, if we can put an end to the internal conflict and mindless violence and drug and other abuses here, Jamaica can become like like Singapore. Singapore is a small country. Maybe half the area of Jamaica and half the population even. It's not even 3 million there. How much Singapore is? 1 million maybe? Something like that. So, and if Singapore can in a short period of time become leaders of the world, why not we can become? You can here too. So let's not pity ourselves. Self-pitying and feeling sorry for our past is not going to help us in the future. We should not get into the victim consciousness. Victim consciousness is one of the worst things for human development. Nor you can reel under a culprit consciousness. That will create guilt in you and take you down. So a healthy mind comes out of the victim consciousness. And that's what we need to do. In this country and elsewhere, wherever there has been a colonial rule. Today, there is democracy and people's opinions are respected. And you have chance to blossom. Okay, what do you think? Yeah? Go with the hope and know that sky is the limit for you.
Gurudev, one last question with 12 pleas for you to answer.
Okay.
I am a small part of a large tourism economy in Jamaica. Tourism is a major part of Jamaica's economy, but it also strains local resources and culture. What would you advise to guide a shift towards more sustainable tourism that respects the dignity of local communities, protects the environment, and maintains cultural authenticity?
Well, whatever is needed to maintain your cultural identity, you must do it. Tourists will in fact enjoy that. You are attracting tourists because you have a unique culture here. If that is lost, then your tourism will also dwindle down. Yeah? See, people go to Hawaii. As soon as you go there, there is aloha. Greeting is that aloha. And then they put the wreath on you. And these are the unique thing of a culture that they struggle to maintain, in fact. Continue to maintain. You go to Bali, there is certain character to that culture. In Indonesia, it's a very small country, a small province of an island. And they maintain. So learn from these tourist spots, how they have maintained, what they have done right and what they have not done not right also. You can learn both. And you don't need to repeat the mistakes that they have done. And you can emulate what they've done to protect their tourism and industry. You know? And the same thing if you go to Taiwan, I'm sorry to say that in Taiwan that has been destroyed. There's just one hotel with the characteristics of that Taiwanese type of, Chinese type of building. All other buildings, if you see it, you feel as though you are in New York or somewhere else. All the metropolitan cities, it has lost the character of that particular culture. This is what you need to do. You have to promote and feel people follow the culture to empower them. You know, they have their own belief systems. Every belief system should be respected. I was just in Mexico and I went to that Mayan place, Chinchalita. And you know, there the guide was that guide who was from the Mayan tradition, he was so proud of his tradition. He was explaining the whole thing. He said how the French archaeologist came and he thought there should be some gems and precious stones under a particular structure, and I put a dynamite and burst it down and found nothing. But the stones did represent the ancient story and history, and he was so good in explaining that to people. It was an eye-opener for any tourist who think, oh, the ancient people were just barbaric in nature, they were just killing others. No. There is a different side to the story. So similarly, I think Jamaica will have its own language, will have own religious beliefs, all that need to be protected because they are world heritage. Yeah? With these words now, it's already 3 times last. Now we will do at last meditation. Okay? For those who have never done meditation, I would like to give a few points about what is meditation. There is a lot of misnomer about meditation. Meditation, people think is a religious practice where you think about some God, or you pray to God, or you do something. But I want to tell you emphatically, meditation is not that. Meditation is not a religion. It is a practice. You can call it a spiritual practice if you want to, that uplifts your spirit, uplifts your energy, that makes your energy more positive. Meditation is conscious rest. It's not an effort by which you do something, control your mind. No. Meditation is the technique in which you find deep relaxation, deep rest. You know, the difference between sleep and meditation is in sleep, you are completely, you are knocked off. You just hit the pillow and that's it, you're gone. In meditation, you are, you know, in a very light manner, or in a sort of, you know, you have the feeling you are not sleeping, you are awake. At the same time, you are not awake, you are in deep rest. A conscious rest, I could say. A conscious rest, which is different from sleep, is what meditation is. Number 2. Number 3, when can you meditate? Any time before meal or 2-3 hours after meal. You can't meditate immediately after meal, because in meditation your metabolism goes down. After meal your metabolism goes up. After heavy exercise, you can't just sit and meditate immediately. After exercise, it takes a little time for your body to calm down. Then meditation can happen to you. Okay? After any heavy work or food, when your metabolism is high, meditation will not suit. You need to leave a little time. Okay? For some people, when you are just up after deep sleep, meditation may not be too deep, because you are already becoming very active and there is restlessness in the body, and as soon as you wake up, if you try to sit and meditate, it doesn't happen to you. So for others, when the body is a little bit tired, not fully tired, a little bit tired, and you are not hungry, at the same time you are not too full, in that condition your meditation can happen very deeply. Meditation is a happening, it's not something you do, but you create some condition for it to happen, and that's what we are going to do now. Okay? So let's sit comfortably, easily. With our spine erect and body relaxed. Relax your shoulders and arms. And in any comfortable position, you can sit for a couple of, and you sit in any comfortable position for next few minutes. And let's gently close your eyes. Let's sit comfortably, easily, and close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath in. Hold the breath and breathe out through the mouth. Let's do it once again. Deep breath in, fill your lungs, and hold the breath and breathe out through the mouth. And relax your shoulders and face the whole body. One more time. Let's breathe in. This time with a big smile. Let's breathe in with a smile. Hold the breath and breathe out with a smile. Become aware of the weight of your body. Whatever it is, 60 kilos, 130 pounds, 140 pounds, 70 kilos, or whatever it is. Just become aware of the weight of your body. We came into this world weighing just 5 kilos or 7 pounds or 8 pounds. And today we weigh 60, 70, 80 kilos. Let's take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, let us place the weight of our body on the chair or on the floor you are sitting. Our body has 35 trillion cells, and there is enormous change that's happening in it all the time. Let us honor our own body. Let's take our attention to our feet. Relax your feet. Ankles, shin and calf muscle. Feel the muscles, tissue, the veins and arteries. Gently take your attention upward to your knees and thighs. And then to the hips. Let's take another deep breath in and breathe out and relax the lower part of your body. And honor the body. Now let's become aware of the thorax region, the middle part of our body. Let's take a deep breath in. Your abdomen, stomach, chest, back, shoulders and arms. Hold the breath and breathe out. And relax your shoulders. Let's take our attention to our face and back of the head. Neck, throat, face, back of the head. The whole body. Our body is the most precious thing we have. Let us honor our own body. Now let's take our attention to the second dimension, the breath. It's the breath that is keeping us alive. Like fish in the water, we are in air. Our life is in air. take another deep breath in and breathe out. Every cell of our body is involved in the process of breathing. Let us honor our own breath. Let's pay attention to the natural breathing process. Let us honor the incoming breath with all attention and see off the outgoing breath. Let's welcome the incoming breath like you would do to an honored guest and see off the outgoing breath as you would do to a dear friend. Incoming breath energizes the body, while outgoing breath brings relaxation. Let's become aware of this phenomenon that's happening all the time. Incoming breath is energizing every cell with oxygen. An outgoing breath bringing relaxation to the whole body. Just be with the natural rhythm of the breath. Let us move on to the third dimension, the mind. Our body is like the wick of a candle, and mind is like the glow all around it. Whatever thoughts are coming in your mind, just let them come. The thoughts come and go on their own. Let's not try to push away the thoughts. They are part of meditation. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, just embrace them all. Another deep breath in and let go. Let's take our attention to the top of the head. And become aware of the space above your head, empty space above your head, up to the ceiling or the open sky. Let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. And let go all our efforts. Another deep breath in and let go all your efforts. Let the mind expand in all directions and go wherever it wants to. Let go of all your efforts. Next couple of minutes, there's nothing to do and nothing to do either, no either. There's nothing to do and nothing to know either. Simply let go and relax. Let every cell of our body start to relax, blossom or smile. Let go of all your efforts. Next few minutes, there's nothing to do and nothing to know either. Om Shanti Shanti
You are peace. You are peace. And slowly and gradually become aware of your body and surroundings. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you may gently open your eyes. Was it good? You know how long it was? It's more than 25 minutes maybe, huh? Did you feel the time? That's it. You know, coming 21st, next Saturday, is World Meditation Day, International Meditation Day. That day, get all your friends, family, everyone, and do the small protocol. Huh? We'll have 20 minutes meditation and about 10 minutes about meditation. We will do this just half an hour. Make sure that in your offices, in businesses, at home, in your neighborhood, gather everybody, say, hey, come on, let's do meditation together and create more positive energy all around us. What do you think? Good? Good. All the best. Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you so much for coming this evening. Gurudev, thank you for your blessings to Jamaica. Thank you for being here. Let's give a big round of applause, Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar.
So before you all go, I know a lot of people have been asking about how to be part of the art of living. By the way, I'm Gabriella Savelli. I apologize for my accent. Jamaica is such a beautiful country, and I feel that we're giving Gurudev such a wonderful welcome. And people have been asking about the course he was talking about and about Sudarshan Kriya. There is a course next week. You can see up here, if you have a phone, you can scan that and it'll take you to the registration. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So it's very, I think very doable for most people. If somehow next week doesn't work out, they definitely are doing courses after that, but sooner. I know the thing we hear the most is, why didn't I do it sooner? So you can register there, just scan that. And if you have any questions at all, there's a lot of the local teachers here who can help you, or if you want to just leave your information, and we can send you future information. But if you can't scan that, you can just go to artoflivingjamaica.com. So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful Thursday. Happy holidays. And thank you so much, Jamaica.
Oh.